EGTSR Diaries. I'm Kerry and I thought I would do a video today about my journey, my IVF journey so far. I was referred to my clinic initially in, I want to say June 2025. I met with my consultant in July and for some health reasons I had to get sign off for a number of specialists. So I had kind of like my baseline scan, my husband had his baseline sperm analysis, and then we then didn't meet with our consultant again until the December. So from July to December, we didn't move forward essentially because I had to get some sign off from some specialists first. So I did eventually meet with the consultant again in December, and then because I am doing IVF PGT-SR, I then had to meet with they're called Cooper Genomics, who are the company that do the actual genetic testing. So it's not the clinic that does the genetic testing, it's Cooper Genomics. So I had to meet with them in January 2026, where they kind of explained that to us in a little bit further detail. So after we kind of met with them and confirmed that we were still happy, we could start our first round of IVF, which we started in February 2026. So my day one of my cycle was kind of the end of that month, so I didn't start the actual buserelin injections to start the down regulation phase until March. So I did my buserelin injections, and I found that the down regulation phase super hard. It was so intense. So I had like really hot flushes. I would wake up in the night, so hot. I became really bloated. So I was really bloated during that phase. I had really bad brain fog. I was just kind of in like this kind of really intense haze for the next couple of weeks, which also lasted during my stim. So that, it was a tough time for me. So I kind of had one scan, I think it was like day 8 of the down regulation phase. So I had a scan, they kind of confirmed that essentially how they described it was that my ovaries were switched off, my lining was thin enough that I could then move into the stims phase. So I started the stims phase, I want to say in April. So that was when I did my so I did gonal F, Meriofert, continued with the buserelin, and then I also had a blood thinner on top of that. So I had like 4 injections a day, and again, for me the stims phase was very, very intense. So again, I had really bad like brain fog. I was still struggling with like the hot flashes. I was very hormonal, and I was very like puffy. So I was very puffy in my face and in my body, really retained a lot of water weight. And then, as a lot of girlies know, like you just get so bloated and so swollen in your tummy area just because your ovaries are growing so much. So I had that. Again, I had one scan during one monitoring scan where they were kind of happy with my progress. So then I had my egg retrieval day, I want to say mid-April. That was such a scary day. It was fine. Like the staff at my clinic were like wonderful. I could not have got through that day without them. They were so kind. From our egg retrieval, we had 8 eggs, 6 that were mature. So from those 6, 4 were fertilized, and then from that 4 that were fertilized, 2 made it to day 5. So I was very nervous when we got to that point. I was kind of hoping that, well, to be honest, I was hoping that all of them would have made it. So I wanted all of them to make it. So kind of having 2, I was nervous about that. And then we had our wait, which was I want to say about 4 weeks. So that it was like the longest 4 weeks of my life. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it and obsessed over it every day. And then we got the phone call to say that our results were back. If I'm being kind of honest with you, I kind of felt that I'd get one, if not both would come back. I kind of thought, it's like 50-50, so probably one or both. I kind of really thought I would get something. I didn't think I'd necessarily get pregnant and that would be my successful IVF cycle, but I thought I would have something to transfer. As you can infer from the way that I'm speaking, I did not. They kind of said that both of them carried unbalanced translocations. So what that would have meant is that they would have had very, very complex disabilities, both cognitively and physically. So that basically meant that our IVF cycle had failed, which was really upsetting. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was very heartbroken. I kind of had one of those moments where you kind of run away and you kind of flop and you cry and you're like, oh, you flop on your bed and you're sobbing. I definitely did that. And I was very upset for a long time. It kind of took me ages to kind of reconcile with the fact that it had completely failed and I had nothing to work with. But at the same time, that is the whole point of the testing. So I have to be grateful that I have the opportunity for the testing. So where that leaves us now is we are back at the beginning doing it all again. And yeah, so I've started my second round. So I'm in the Brucerelin, so the down regulation phase. I'm kind of feeling pretty good. It's not as the side effects aren't as intense as last time. They're still tough to deal with, but I hope that is a good sign of things to come. I would love to know other people's kind of experiences, and definitely people who have done more than one round of IVF. Really love to know kind of the things that kind of get you through, kind of those kind of positive affirmations that you tell yourself. I need all of that. I please send it all to me. But yeah, I'm going to be carrying on like documenting this journey. So kind of my diary, my monitoring scans, my egg retrieval again, and kind of the results. Fingers crossed that it's all positive. So yes, I will see you on the next one. Bye.